So this is my husband and I when we were dating, and I was probably 185 or 90 pounds, which is still overweight.
I totally got your cleavage in that picture.
Is that better?
Yeah.
But I was more comfortable at that weight, and I was confident, and my husband was really young in that picture, and he still had hair. And so here's another one when we were dating, and I was probably right there at 185, and I was comfortable because I could shop at normal stores and I could wear normal sized clothing, and
reflection.
I felt confident with myself. And here we are the night before I was induced with our first baby. And I hung out around 208 that whole pregnancy, so it wasn't like I was morbidly obese at that time. We were really excited, and she came the next day, and we're kind of backtracking, but here we are on my wedding day. And here's another one, and I was still hanging out around that same weight, maybe gained a little bit, and there's my husband. And here we are again. And then here is the day that we never wanted to have. This is when we lost our twins, and we had a professional photo shoot, which I'm so thankful for now, that we have these pictures to remember them with. And we just got to spend time with them and hold them and take pictures like you would with your living child, but we took them with our babies, and they had been born a day before this, and so that was in 2007, and no matter how long, it still is the hardest thing I've ever gone through in my life, and there's no replacing them. Or I have 3 beautiful children now, but there's still a void where they should be. And that's, like I said, a huge aspect of all of the weight that I've gained, and just having babies and not being able to lose it or have time or feel like it. And also the divorce of my parents, that was awful, and I felt like my parents both wanted to move on with their life, but they still had these children that were stuck in the void. I have a brother who's 2 years older, and he was 14 at the time. So we were both kind of stuck, and I got really sad because I felt like my mom was doing her own thing and developing a relationship, and here I was without a mom, and I'm in a vulnerable place. Adolescence, I was 12 years old, and then my dad had a new girlfriend right away, and so he was with her and growing their relationship, and they eventually got married. And so I was 12, and they got married when I was 16, and so I just kept going farther and farther downhill because I still needed my parents, but yet I felt like neither of them were available for me at that time. So I just sucked into depression, and then I had to take lots of different medicine to try to find what I needed, and I had several different medicines, and I gained a lot of weight, and it was just awful because unfortunately I fully attribute that to the loss of my parents at that time, and when I needed them most, I didn't have them. And so that's something I really tried to focus on, is always be available for my kids. And I know they're still little, but I want them to know that no matter what, nothing is going to separate me from them. Or when they need me, I'm always going to be there, no matter the reason. So it is hard sometimes with my husband, who works 48-hour shifts, and sometimes he has my car, so that's really difficult when I'm home without a car, and I get the kids to bed, and they're sleeping, and then I'm comfortable to eat because that makes me happy, and that makes me feel fulfilled at that moment. So that's what I do, is I eat and I read and I have time by myself, and the next day when he's gone, it's all over again, the same thing. So that is really difficult whenever he is gone for so long, and I'm just there and trying to fill my time and relax at the end of the